Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. It's the Madman Club Betting Podcast. We are through week 8 in college football and heading into week 9 over in the NFL through week 7, getting ready to start week 8. Let's back up, guys. We'll do a recap of last week. I apologize again. I have lost my dog of the week again. I thought I had this one figured out. UTSA did not show up, turned the ball over early and went down quick, and they never, ever had a chance to catch back up. So I apologize for that dog of the week. Kind of mixed up in the college. Looks like we broke even unit-wise in college. But, man, we turned it around in the NFL. So looking at college, we had Duke as a 3-unit play. It lost to Georgia Tech. Vanderbilt, a 4-unit play, minus 1.5 against LSU. Close throughout, but Vandy pulled away. Ended up winning that game. Washington, I thought for sure would show up and play defense against Michigan. Keep the game close. Did not happen. Georgia against Mississippi, pulled away late. We got that win. Arkansas, the thorn in people's side, as I continue to tell you. Arkansas plus 7.5. I think they lose by 3 or 4. Notre Dame against USC, wasn't close. Got that win. Over on South Florida, did not happen. A lot of stalls in the red zone. Wisconsin, I thought for sure would, same thing, play a little defense and keep the game within the number. Did not happen. Florida, of course, played with their food most of the game. Mississippi State's being that team, too, that's a thorn in the side. They hung around and kept the game close. But, guys, how about over in the NFL? We gave out Kansas City minus 10.5 as a 1-unit play against Vegas, winner. Cleveland minus 2.5 against Miami, a winner. 2-unit play on Carolina, minus 2 against the Jets. That was a winner. Detroit, minus 4.5 against Tampa. 5-unit play, guys. That was a winner. Dallas, a 3-unit play. Blowout against Washington. 4-unit play on Arizona. Leading the whole way. Ended up losing late, but they got the cover at plus 6.5. Arizona's a winner at a 4-unit play. And our only loss in the NFL was Jacksonville. Sunday morning, never got out of bed and played the Rams, and the Rams run roughshod over Jacksonville. But guys, all in all, we are now officially 107 units up for the season, 60.14%. Dog of the week, 6-2 so far this year, plus 19 units. College, 49-37. 49-37 with a push, plus 40 units. NFL right now we're 28-14, and these last couple weeks have really helped us get that record where we need it. We are plus 48 units for a grand total of 107, plus 107 units. Guys, let's keep this train rolling. Let's get to that window and cash some tickets. And right now we're hitting 60.14. That is not a sustainable number in most cases, but we are going to continue to search and find as many winners as we can find and give those out every single week, along with that dog of the week, guys. We're going to take a really quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about something that needs to be talked about, but we haven't. But it's going to be interesting that the way some of these things change coming forward, because it's going to be very interesting who ends up where. We will be right back in just a couple minutes. Welcome back in, everybody. Let's do a little bit of deep diving into a couple things. Let's talk about this coaching carousel. Guys, there is a ton of openings, and as we all know, a lot of times you have more openings created from some guys that might take some jobs that are interesting to them. So, and there's a lot of them right now, and there's going to be more, I'm sure, as we go through the rest of the season. Guys, the big one right now is Penn State, as we all know, and Big Game James, we've talked about him before. Big Game James was let go from Penn State, so that's probably one of your biggest openings. Last week, Florida fired their head coach, so that's an opening. Arkansas's coaching vacancy. UCLA, of course, Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, Stanford, Oregon State, Colorado State, and UAB, where they got rid of Trent Dilfer, but turned right around with an interim head coach and won the game outright as a 21-point dog last week. So the interim may end up being the head coach. Who knows? But Penn State, the number one gig on the market right now, ton of names floating out there right now, and I think Matt Rule, being a alum, is probably one of those talked about names, and he's up on the list. Guys, I don't know. Matt Rule is in the same situation as James Franklin. You're hiring the same guy. He can't win against top 25 teams, and especially against top 10 teams. So I don't know if you should really want Matt Rule or not moving forward. Some more names on that list is John Summerall, Kirk Cignetti. Of course, he's off the list now. They just signed him to a $90-some million contract. I guess they seen the writing on the wall that they would be calling, so Indiana squashed that right out of the gate. Matt Campbell out of Iowa State, Alex Golish out of South Florida, both on that list. Matt Campbell would be a good one. He's done a fantastic job at Iowa State, but I don't know if that leap is too big for him. Golish may be too big of a leap for him. He is at South Florida. He's turned the program around. Sometimes these guys jump onto these big jobs, and 3 years later we don't hear from them anymore. So I know their coaching carousel continues. They're looking. Florida, Lane Kiffin got brought up, but I think he squashed that in an interview, whether he would leave Ole Miss. Rhett Lashley out of SMU. He would be a good one to go to Florida. He's a hell of a coach, and he's done a hell of a job wherever he's been. Drinkowitz out of Missouri for Florida. He would be another good one. He's coaching in the SEC right now, just like Lane Kiffin is. So he's had his taste. Jeb Fish out of Washington, maybe another good one that would fit. Freeman out of Notre Dame has been talked about for the Florida job. Arkansas, right now you've got Bobby Petrino as the interim, and he is on the list as the head coaching for the head coaching vacancy. James Franklin has been mentioned as a name for Arkansas. Rhett Lashley also mentioned in the Arkansas name list. UCLA, looking at Boise State's Spencer Davidson. He's done a hell of a job. So he would be a good one to move to UCLA, may be able to turn the program around and start getting some fans in there, and maybe get some transfers. Oklahoma State, ton of people on this list for Oklahoma State. Zach Robinson, former OSU QBs at the Falcons. He's their offensive coordinator. Penn State defensive coordinator Jim Knowles is also on that list. Virginia Tech, big chance for Virginia Tech to make a splash. Can they do it? And they've got a huge list of names to choose from. One of the names that I've seen on this list who's still getting paid right now is Jimbo Fisher, and he's a hell of a recruiter. Jimbo Fisher would be a good one for Tech to get. James Franklin is on that list. And guys, you know I'm not a James Franklin fan, but winning big games at Tech and winning big games at Penn State, a little bit different. I think he could turn the program around because he does a hell of a job recruiting the state of Virginia and the state of West Virginia. So James Franklin could be that guy, and he's going to get paid from Penn State, which means Tech could free up money for NIL deals and not pay the coach $8, $9, $10 million. May get away with paying a coach $3 million a year because these two coaches are both getting paid from their last position. So they're still going to make their $8, $9, $10 million. Take that $7 million, sign some NILs, get some transfers in there, and Virginia Tech could be on the map within the next within the next 18 months. So that could be a huge move for Virginia Tech moving forward. Dan Mullen is on that list for Virginia Tech. Manny Diaz out of Duke, he's done a hell of a job. Down at Duke, guys, they're a basketball school, as we all know, and I jokingly say they're a football school, but they've done a hell of a job the last couple years. Manny Diaz would be a good one for Virginia Tech to take a look at. Alex Golish would be a perfect fit for Virginia Tech. The defense was always good back in the day with Bud Foster. When you had Virginia Tech playing all that defense back in the days when they had Michael Vick. So don't forget about this guy. If they bring Golish in, he's a guy you could probably get for $3 or $4 million, and he could turn the program around. I really think James Franklin or Jimbo Fisher may be the biggest splash they could make, but Golish would do a good job. He would be a name that could turn the program around. Mark Stoops, Shane Beamer was also on that list. He squashed that in an interview and said he will not take that job. Mark Stoops out of Kentucky on the list. Guys, I don't know if I would consider that a good hire or not. We've seen what he's done at Kentucky. They will win 8, 9, 10 games every now and then, and most of the time it's a 5-win season. So come on, Virginia Tech, right in my backyard. Let's take a look at James Franklin, Jimbo Fisher, and Alex Golish, and let's make a big splash moving forward and get some NIL deals in there and get some transfers where we can put Virginia Tech back on the map. Stanford's got their opening, Oregon State, Colorado State, UAB. Out of those four, UAB's got all the facilities, man. They could really, if they could get them a real good coach in there, they could absolutely turn things up on everybody else. UAB's that team that always seems to pull a couple big upsets every year, and they do it with a lot less talent. If they could get them a real good coach in there, create some NIL deals, get some transfers, UAB could make some noise, and I mean some noise around college football. But there's your coaching carousel. Guys, going into this week, college and NFL, another big week coming up. Again, we are right now 83-53, 107 units to the positive, 60.14% on all of our plays. Get over there to all of our social media, YouTube. The podcast is over on YouTube every single week. You can listen to it on the podcast platforms. Check out all of our reels over at YouTube. We're over on all of the social media, Facebook, X, Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Everywhere you go, smash that like button and smash that follow button as we continue to take you to the window and cash tickets every single week. And we're going to talk about a couple games we got coming up for this weekend. Arkansas, that thorn in people's side, as I continue to tell you guys. Arkansas playing Auburn this week. Looks like this game is at Arkansas, and Arkansas is a pick, and that line is sitting at total is sitting at 53.5. Arkansas 2 weeks in a row, guys, putting up points, hanging around, keeping those games close. They are 2-5. Auburn is 3-4. We're gonna have a play on this game later in the week. Arkansas and Auburn. This should be a fun game to watch. Texas A&M and LSU. 7-0 Texas A&M and LSU. LSU's 5-2. The line has opened up as Texas A&M as a pick, -1. Total sitting at 49.5. Can the Aggies and that 12th man keep the ball rolling as they play LSU this weekend? Vanderbilt, as they continue to win, they've got one loss. Vandy 6-1, Missouri 6-1. Both lost to the same team. Line opened up. Vandy -3. Total sits at 52.5. Pavia's done a hell of a job, man. I'm not kidding you. Vanderbilt the doormat, what used to be the doormat of the SEC, making waves all year long in the SEC. Vanderbilt just beat LSU. Missouri catching 3, 52.5. Got to play on this game this week as well. Alabama minus 13.5 on the open, 48.5 on the road at South Carolina. South Carolina is 3-4. Alabama is 6-1. Can South Carolina and the Gamecocks keep it close enough with Alabama this week to get the cover? Can their defense do just enough to stay under the number at 13.5? We definitely have a play on this game. Simpson out of Alabama has been lighting the scoreboard up. He's playing lights out. Alabama making way for that playoff spot. They continue to win, and it looks like they are in the driver's seat for this SEC. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Alabama sitting in the playoff, seated pretty high as they continue to win and get through the season. We definitely have a play on Alabama minus 13.5, total 48.5 at South Carolina this weekend. South Florida, 6-1, only lost Miami on the road at Memphis, who just come off as a 21-point favorite against UAB, and UAB pulls the outright. They are 6-1. Bad taste in their mouth. This line opened up at South Florida minus 3, total sitting at 65.5. South Florida has been a tough out for anybody that's played except for Miami. Like I said, Miami beat them. They beat Boise to start the season. They run that up by Florida. Next win was Florida. They beat them. They lost to Miami. And since then, they've run roughshod over everybody they've played. South Florida minus 3. Total sits at 65.5. Can Memphis pull the upset and beat South Florida and become the front runner toward kicking this door open and making their way into the playoff this weekend? Georgia Tech. Might be a little tough spot for Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech minus 18 against Syracuse. 7-0 Georgia Tech. Syracuse sitting at 3-4. But don't forget, Syracuse can put up points, and Syracuse seems to be put in spots like this. And when they seem to keep these games close. And other times, of course, they get blown out. But can the Orange hang around long enough to keep it under the number and lose this game by 14? We shall see. Georgia Tech minus 18, Syracuse. This game right here is going to be fun to watch, and we definitely have a play on this game. Indiana opens up as a 21-point favorite against UCLA. And guys, let's not forget, since firing their coach, UCLA has run off 3 straight wins. Total sits at 54.5. Not any interest really in the game. I got to play on the total in this one. Again, Indiana minus 21.5. Total sits at 54.5. Can these two stop each other and play defense long enough to keep it under the 54.5? We will see. We got to play on this game later this week. SMU opens up as a minus 5. 57 the total at Wake Forest. Can Ken Jennings continue to do the things he's doing? SMU on the road at Wake Forest, favored by 5. 57's their total. Can the Demon Deacons hang around? We're going to find out. And we got a madman play on this game here in a couple days when we give out our plays. Oklahoma minus 4 against Ole Miss. Ole Miss coming off the loss against Georgia. Oklahoma, I think, sitting at 6-1. Mississippi sits at 6-1. Oklahoma minus 4. Total sits at 53.5. And we have got a big play on that game as well as we move into the weekend. Again, the follow-up for last week. Not a great day in college football. but we rang the bell in the NFL. Guys, we are now officially plus 107 units, 60.14% overall win percentage, 6-2 on our dog of the week, 49-37 in college football, 28-14 in the NFL with 2 real good weeks the last 2 weeks. Grand total of 83 and 53 losses for plus 107 on the unit count at 60% for the year. So guys, make sure you smash that follow button. Check us out on all of our social media. Get over to madmanclub.com and get registered today. As we move into next year and we have those people registered, we're also going to make sure we get some discounts for early registration. Right now, everything at madmanclub.com is no charge. All of our college plays, all of our NFL plays, and that one everybody loves, that Madman Dog of the Week, every single week. We do give out these plays on all of our podcasts and social media, but we will add plays to the website that may not be on our podcast. So there might be a play or two that we put out over on the website that you can pick up for no charge if you get over there and get registered. Guys, that is a wrap for the follow-up for this past weekend. And guys, make sure you smash that follow button one more time. Continue to bet smart and bet like a madman.